Today we're going to talk about 3 major things you can be doing right now to jumpstart your hair growth. Look, we ain't going to play with it. Y'all need to do these 3 things right now. Do not delay. Today is January the 25th in the year of our Lord 2025. So you want to do these 3 things now. Do not wait. And the reason why it's an urgency on this is because the more and more you delay doing these 3 things, the more and more you delay your hair growth. There's a video trending, I will call it my version of going viral on my page right now. It's not millions of people watching it, but it's the #1 video that's getting a lot of views on my channel constantly, and people still commenting on it. And it's the video where I show how I grew my client's hair within 1 year, and a lot of people's commenting on that video, a lot of people's viewing it. And I just want to break it down 3 things that you can be doing right now to jumpstart your hair growth and get you on to your goals. Okay, so we're gonna get into the 3 things we're gonna do. So the first thing I'm gonna tell you you can do to jumpstart your hair growth right now is get a trim or a major haircut. Okay, now a lot of people did not want to hear that. A lot of people did not want to hear that because you're like, girl, I'm trying to get my hair to grow. Why are you telling me to cut it? Because more than likely, and again, this is going to be based on, like, if you are someone and you're struggling with your hair. Okay, if you're someone and you're trying to take your hair to the next level, you're like, look, I want my hair to be healthy. You need to get regular trims and maybe even a major haircut right now. So if your hair is like extremely damaged, and what I mean by that is, like, you look through your hair, you have some short pieces, some long pieces, you have a lot of split ends. I'm just telling you now, if you really want to jumpstart your hair growth and take your hair growth to the next level, I would just say do a bit chop. Do a bit chop. Rip off the band-aid, cuz. Rip me out the plastic. I'm acting brand new. That's how you gotta be, cuz. Now I understand. Ripping off the band-aid, ripping yourself out the plastic, acting brand new. I understand that is not realistic for everyone. Like, Lisa, I do not want to, cut all my hair off. That is major for me. I just do not want to do that. And that's fine. But just know that your hair growth journey is going to be a little bit slower. So in this life, we all have a race, our own race that we run it. Okay, I'm running my race on my YouTube channel. You running your race in your real life, or maybe on your YouTube channel. What you're doing? Everybody's moving at a different pace. But sometimes we see some people's progress and like, dang, why are they hair progressing more than mine? Thank you for coming in. Why is their hair growth bam, 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 like tall hair is always long and gorgeous? And I'm telling you, the clients who sit in my chair, who have the optimum, the most best looking hair, is they do not play about getting their trims. They do not play about getting their hair cut. And their hair grows. And I know it kind of sounds like a little counteractive, like, why are you telling me to cut it if I want it to grow? And see, here's the thing. I say this on a couple of my lives back. If you want to, your hair is always growing. But the major issue that I see that we are having is we do not know how to retain our length. It grows off, and then we go sit in the stylist chair and they say, oh, we got to cut off that much hair. And the thing is, you haven't mastered how to retain that. So what's happening is your hair is growing in, but it's breaking off and it's splitting. So that's why when you go to a hairstylist, and I know we get shamed, y'all got scissor happy, but me, I don't get scissor happy. I explain to you and I articulate to you what I'm doing to your hair, and I make professional recommendations on what needs to be done to your hair. So you just know I'm just not back there just chopping off your hair. I got me a little hangnail. Let me find my little nail filer. So yeah, I'm not just chopping off your hair. So my thing is, when you sit in my chair, before I pull out my shears and start cutting your hair, I'm gonna hi Nadia, I'm gonna always educate you and say, this is how much needs to be trimmed off your hair. this is what I would recommend. I always turn them around. I always show them like what's going on with their hair. So that's the first major thing you need to do right now. Like, don't even wait. Go ahead and set your appointment. If you are in the Raleigh area, go ahead and set your appointment and get your ends trimmed, or maybe even that big haircut. And I'm just telling you now, you can get a trim, because I've had clients who will trim their hair over time. And I'll just say this, it's already traumatic when you have to get a lot trimmed off. Honestly, with me, I just rather go ahead and get it done, because I've had clients who have came and, hey, Acacia, thank you so much for being in the chat. Acacia, I meant to text you this, but Acacia, I'll let you know this now. If we get any spammers in the chat who not going with the flow of the spirit, Acacia, we bumping it up. If your comment or your question don't have nothing to do with this live stream, Acacia, I'm giving you permission to block it, because this is a distraction and we need to stay on course. So anything that's not dealing with this live stream, you getting blocked and your comment getting hit. And so go ahead and let it sink your spirit, because we're trying to do the work of the Lord over here. We're trying to move the work of the Lord. Yes, we praying for you. So yeah, and this is what I was gonna say. When it comes to getting your hair trimmed and cut, is already traumatic. So a lot of times, like, I've had clients where they're like, hey, I'm like, hey, you need this much trimmed off, and they're like, oh, can we only do half today? And so I'm like, yeah, we can do half. I'm just letting you know now that your hair is going to continue to split. Like, it's you just put like a band-aid over it, but the problem is there. We still have to get to the root of the problem. Like, we cannot just keep putting band-aids over it. Like, we got to get to the root of the problem. And if you want to get to the root of your hair growth, one of the major things you can do right now is you need to trim it. You need to trim it or get a major haircut. Some of y'all, it might just be a trim, but some of y'all might just have to do a whole reset and start over. And see, here's the thing: when you get that trim, as you keep listening to the live stream, I'm going to educate you. So when it's time for you to go back for another routine trim, it's not a traumatic haircut anymore. It's actually, I said my words wrong. It's not a, when you go back for another routine trim, it's not actual haircut. Because some of y'all might have to go drastic and just have like a whole haircut. But some of y'all might just need to just get that trim. Like, stay on top of it. Stay on top of it. Don't wait. Don't wait. Whatever your hairstylist recommend, you got to stay on top of it. Thank you, Jamila. Thank you for being here today. Yeah, you got to stay on top of it. But it's when you wait and wait and wait, or I'll do it next time, and then you leave out the salon, you're not educated on what products you need to be using. You're not educated on how to handle your hair, and you only get half of it trimmed while you're in the salon. The damage is still, it's still breaking off, but because you haven't learned. But you're going to learn today. You gonna learn today, okay? So that's the thing. The first thing you need to do, get that major haircut if you're comfortable. If you're not there yet, get the trim. But you already know I warned you. If you don't get all of it cut off then, you already know. Just know your hair growth is gonna be a little bit at a slower rate. But if you serious this year about, like, I want to get it together, stay on top of it. This is like the biggest thing that I see, honestly, when it comes to people sitting in my chair and when it comes to their hair growth. Like, I'm telling you, the clients, the hair that's top tier, if they sit in my chair, trim whatever need to be trimmed. Lisa, do I need to trim today? Let's go ahead and get it done. Okay, let's go ahead and get it done. Let's not even wait. So that's the first major thing you need to do. The second major thing you need to do, if you want to bump up your hair growth, now, I'm going to say this. I'm not I'm sitting here in this Duke health facility. So I'm not like a physician, or I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. So I'm going to go ahead and say that. Take this up with your physician, or the great physician, God, Jesus Christ. Okay. But you do need to be taking a multivitamin. You need to be taking you some kind of vitamin of some sort. It might be a multivitamin, or you might need vitamin D. And the reason why I ain't gonna tell you which vitamin you need is because you need to go get a physical. For real, you need to go get a physical. You need to go get a physical. Go to your doctor and get you a physical. Okay, get you a physical. I know it's physical, but I want to say physical. This is so important when it comes to hair growth, because a lot of people, you know, a lot of people don't think that what goes on the inside of our body is a reflection of our outside. And I'm really speaking to myself, because I'm on my, you know, my healthy journey. I lost 15 pounds since last year, you know, changing up my diet, changing up the way I'm eat. And I know, like, I am the result of what I'm eating. And another thing is, if you really want to know what's telltale going on with your body, look at your hair. Look at your hair, will tell on you all the time on how your health is. So more than likely, you're probably not getting all the nutrients you need. You're probably not getting all the vitamins you need. So that's why I said go to the doctor and get you a physical. When the last time you had a physical? Because if you grown and musky like me in the 30s, I remember back in the day, I used to go get physicals, you know, like for sports or something like that. Now, maybe some of y'all might go get physicals. Some of y'all might play sports. You know, if you in like high school and college, I can see you still getting like physicals, especially if you're in sports and stuff. But once you get grown and musky and you start making a little money, you know what I'm saying? You probably ain't getting no physical like that. Maybe you are. Maybe you're not. But I'm just saying, go get you a physical and ask your doctor, is like, if any of your levels is off in your blood, get blood work done. You know, oh, thank you for Acacia for putting that. Number 3 ain't really get a physical, but we're going to let that sit right there. Oh, yes, it is. No. Number 1 was trim ends. Number 2 was take vitamins. Yeah, take vitamins / get a physical. But Acacia, thank you for putting the little cliff notes in there. So, yeah, you helping me out. But, yeah. And because, yeah, I said the physical because I was saying about the vitamins thing. Because I'm not going to say, oh, everybody need to be taking B12. Oh, everybody need to be doing this, because I don't know your body. You know your body, and your doctor know your body. So that's why I was saying, go get you a physical. If you want to jump your hair growth, go get a physical and see if anything is off with your body. Because there's been plenty of times, like, the reason why some people's hair wasn't growing is because something was off. Like, they was lacking vitamin D, they was lacking vitamin something, vitamin that, they had thyroid issues. You know, it's other things that you need to be aware of. And so, like, if you having, like, thyroid issues, or if you're on medications and stuff like that, you know, your doctor can address that and can help you out. So that's why, get on you a vitamin. I feel like everybody should be taking a multivitamin. I don't care how healthy you are, but everybody should be on a multivitamin. That's the basis. But you might need something else additional along with it. You might need fish oil, you might need something else. So if you really want to jumpstart your hair growth, go see a doctor and get a physical. Go see a doctor and get a physical. That's the second thing that's going to jump your, the major thing that you need to do right now. Like, don't wait. Go ahead and get online and make your appointment with a doctor and go see if everything is cool. Everything is cool with you. Especially if you are someone who have been challenged with seeing hair growth. So some of y'all, you might have already had a physical this year, or maybe you got one coming up, or maybe you had one in the last year, and you're like, Lisa, everything is fine, but you just don't take your vitamins. So you let this information sit where it needs to sit, okay? Because it could be one thing that you can tweak in what I'm telling you today, that bam. But these right here, what did I name this live? The 3 major things you should do, or the 3 things to jumpstart your hair growth. But yeah, one of these can really put you on the map as far as your hair growth. So take that into the consideration. The third thing you're going to do is you need to be getting on a regular treatment plan. Point blank, period. Can we put treatment plan in the chat? Can we put treatment plan in the chat? Treatment plan. Everybody need to be on treatment plan. Some kind of treatment plan. That's why you're not seeing the results you want to see, is because you're not on a treatment plan. And what I mean on the everybody's treatment plan can look different. Some people might require more protein. And I should bring this up too, because I struggled with this a while back. I was a fake vegan. I'm gonna call myself, I was a fake vegan about, when did I do that veganism lifestyle? I tried it for about maybe a year and a half. And when I say I was a fake vegan, what I mean by that is I was just doing a lot of carbs. I wasn't really educated, I ate vegetables and stuff, but it was carb loaded, and I still ate processed foods because I was lazy and I was a fake vegan. Like, so I was buying a lot of the processed, Impossible burgers. So you know what it is. But it's nothing wrong with those things every once in a while. But I was loading up on it. So I really was a fake vegan. And so because I had cut out a lot of protein out my diet, I noticed like my hair wasn't the same. My hair seemed like it was getting like a little bit thinner. It wasn't as strong because my diet wasn't together and I was lacking the protein. So depending on your hair and what you got going on, your treatment plan might look different from the next. Like for somebody who have like severely damaged hair, their treatment is going to look way different to somebody who hair is on the healthier side. Not saying the person who has healthier hair don't need treatments. With the level and how often they get treatments might vary, but everybody need to be on some kind of treatment plan. If you're someone who suffers from dry scalp, you need to be on a treatment plan. If you're someone, hi, thanks for joining. If you are someone who suffers from like dry hair, you need to be on the treatment plan. If you are someone who, maybe you did a lot of color and heat and stuff on your hair, like chemicals like from color relaxer or color relaxer or heat, like a lot of like heat and stuff like that. You need to be on the treatment plan to build the bonds of that hair back up, build that protein back up, build that moisture back up. And listen, don't just think you can just come and get a treatment one time and that's the end all be all. I always tell people, thank you for the compliment. I always tell people that, miracles can happen, but I'm not God. I'm not Jesus Christ. And I'm not about to lie to you. So I'm not about to say, come to my salon one time and get this one treatment and then all your worries gonna be together. It don't work that way. It takes consistency over time. So that's why I say the other major thing you need to do is you need to be consistently on a treatment plan from your hair care professional. It is not like a wham bam thank you ma'am then that's it. That's how some people end up with babies at a one night stand. It's not like that. You can't come to me and have a one night stand and then think your hair gonna be healthy. It's not. I mean, I can come and give you the tools and stuff like that, but you gonna have to go see this somebody consistently. And if you have questions on what I'm saying, go ahead and drop your questions in the chat. Just know if you in the chat and you so in Discord and you talking about crazy stuff and you are spamming, your comment gonna get removed. So let the question, I'm working on questions, but let the questions be about the live stream. Let's not be in the spirit of distraction. But yeah, so when it comes to like the treatments and stuff, you gotta be consistent with that and you can't give up. So if you go back and watch like the video that I was talking about is about my client who I grew her hair in a year. Again, she didn't just come for 1 month and was like, okay, that's it. No, she came consistently over time. So whatever you're doing, even if you're doing your hair at home, because I know some of y'all watching me on YouTube and you might be a DIYer and you're doing your stuff at home, you still had to be consistent with doing your treatments at home and you can't get lazy with it. You cannot get lazy. If you want to jumpstart that hair growth, you got to do all these things consistently over time. It's not going to happen in 30 days. It's not going to happen in 60 days. It might not even happen in 90 days. You might not even start seeing real progress sometimes to after that 90-day mark, after being consistent. Again, that don't mean you just do a treatment one time this month and then you don't do nothing else to your hair and then you look up 90 days later and you like, you ain't got no hair growth. And here's the thing, y'all. You got to be patient with yourself. Like when it comes to this whole hair growth thing, sorry y'all, let me put this on do not disturb. You got to be patient with yourself, and you cannot compare your journey to the other person, because if you're not doing the same things as the other person is doing, you can't compare your journey. And everybody's journeys is different. All our bodies are made different. All our heads, our scalps are made different. But these three major things I told you, trims or major haircut, multivitamin, or go see a doctor to see what kind of vitamins you need to be in, and treatments, no matter if it's a bond builder, protein, moisture, hot oil, whatever it is, all these things are going to vary based on you. But whatever your plan is, you have to be consistent in that. You have to be consistent. So we got a question here. Thanks for your question. When I take my cornrows braid outs after 4 weeks, I always have a lot of hair shedding. My hair is not thin and it's very thick. Thank you so much, plant-based brother, for coming in with this question, because this is a really good question. I don't want you to be alarmed about having a lot of hair shedding when you take out your cornrows or braids. Don't be too alarmed, because our hair sheds every day. Our hair sheds anywhere between, and it varies based on the person. I want to say the number is between 50 to 150 strands per day. I might got the exact number wrong, so give or take. So if you are naturally curly like me and you have very kinky, like tight, thick hair, we are not, especially if it's cornrows, you are not brushing or combing your hair every day. So if you're not brushing and combing your hair every day, you are not able to release those shed hairs. Combs and brushes actually help release that shed hair that's supposed to come out. It's actually part of the hair growth cycle. So that's fine. So what happens is, if our hair technically sheds anywhere between 50 to 150 strands per day, if you had your cornrows in for 4 weeks, you got to think about how many strands is that. Let me go ahead and pull my calculator. Let's do some calculations for a plant-based brother. So let's just say you on the high end. Let's just say you want 50 times, okay, you got 7 days a week times 4. 7 times 4 is what, 28 days? That's 4,200 strands that will come out. Now that's give or take, and it might be less. So that's the hair that was supposed to come out anyway. I would not be too alarmed in it. Only way I would be alarmed is like if you start seeing like bald spots in your hair or something like that. That means we got something internal going on. But it's normal to see that shed hair. My rule of thumb that I've always kind of like did with the shedding when I take out braids and stuff like that, use your hand. So I got kind of like small hands, but use your hand. This little rule of thumb I use, like when you take out, and here's another thing, there's a difference between shedding and breakage. So I'm not picking on you, plant-based brother, but I'm gonna use you as an example. Like when we taking out our braids, make sure that we're not being too rough, because it could be some shedding / breakage going on. And that could be from how tight the braids were when you put them in. Not saying you put yours in tight, but I'm just using it as a general example. So if the braids or cornrows was placed in, they were too tight, and let's just say your hair was already unhealthy before you put in the cornrow styles. Again, I'm not talking about you, just use this example. In that hair, in the hair that came out, it's going to be some hair that's broken off. So it could be from how you was put in, how the hair was put in. Was your hair already unhealthy before you put it in? And then also could be how rough you are with your hair when you take it out. So it's very important. I'm glad they put this in the comment. I'm not sure when it say plant-based brother, so I guess you're a brother. But it could be sometimes being too rough. So I always like encourage people, like when you taking out your braids, don't be too rough. Take it out one cornrow at a time, detangle it real good, and then after you got all your shed hair, take out the comb, roll it up, and see if it fills up the palm of your hand. If it fills up around about the palm of your hand, to me that's considered a little normal after 4 weeks. Normally when I wash my hair, I shampoo my hair once a week, so I only have like maybe this little circle of shedding. It's not a lot, because again, I'm manipulating my hair a little bit more, so it's not going to be as much shedding for me because I'm shampooing weekly versus somebody who might be shampooing every 4 weeks. So just keep that in mind. And then also, while we on this, because this can be something juicy to help somebody, if you ever want to know, like, well, Lisa, what is the difference between it being, how do I know if it's shed hair or if it's breakage? Good question. I know you didn't ask that, but I'm answering it. Okay, hold on. Whenever I go to the shop to get rebraided, she always says my hair is growing and getting thicker. So that's good. That's really good. You're doing a really good job then. You're doing a really good job. But I'm going to go ahead and put this question there because somebody else might have it. How do you know if your hair is breaking off or if it's shedding? There's 2 tests you can do that I always say you can do. So when you taking out your cornrows or your braids or whatever you have in for X amount of weeks, take 1 strand of hair or maybe even 2 strands. Now you gotta have good eyes to do this, or you can be like me. Let me put my little glass. You gotta put your little glasses on. I wear glasses at night because I can't see. So you might have to get you some glasses, or if you got good eyes, you can look with magnifying glass. What you're gonna do? Let me see if a piece of hair can come out my head. And looking at while I'm talking, ain't nothing gonna want to come out. But anyway, what you want, no hair ain't gonna come out right now. But anyway, what you want to do is you want to take 1 or 2 pieces of hair and you want to look at it closely. If the piece of hair has a white ball on the end, whether that's here, that the strand of hair has to have a white ball at one of the ends. If you can see like a white ball at the end of the hair, that means that's shed hair. That means it came directly from your scalp. And that's totally normal because that means your hair is growing. That means you had to release that shed hair in order for new hair to grow up. So that means it came directly from your scalp. Now, it is some caveats and nuances in here because you could have extreme shedding too, and that probably deal with maybe stress and hormones and medication. So that's just another thing that go into. So it's a caveat with the shed hair too. So, but again, if most of the hairs on that's coming out your comb from when you take out protective style have a white ball at one end, that means that's shed hair. It's nothing to be afraid of. Now, on the opposing end, if you take out your cornrows and your braid styles that you done had in for 3 or 4 weeks or how long, and most of the hairs in that comb both ends are black, that means it's breakage. And when I say black, my hair is black, but say your hair is brown, or say your hair is blonde, or whatever color your natural hair color is. If both of those ends are black, or both of those ends are blonde or brown, whatever your natural hair color is, that means that is breakage happening. And then that's when I will start to be concerned because something is going wrong in your routine. Okay, she said she 10. I love doing hair, but when my hair stylist does my hair, take out my hair and get shorter. Well, that might be something you need to talk to your mom about if it's getting shorter. Yeah, that might be something you need to talk to your mom or your hairstylist about and speak up for yourself. Yeah, speak up for yourself. What kind of styles are you getting that's taking it out? And so also too, I want to say this, if your hair is already not healthy, if you already are struggling with keeping your hair moisturized, if you are struggling with breakage, if you are struggling with your hair growing, I want to invite you into leaving those styles alone. Thank you, Acacia. Thank you. She said, feel free to join the mailing list. Thank you, Acacia. Braids, long braids. So yeah, if your hair is already on the unhealthy side, I would not be putting braids in my hair. you know, where you keeping braids in your hair for long periods of time and your hair is not getting the nutrients and the love and the care and the TLC it needs. Because honestly, when you put your hair in like braids and stuff like that, essentially you kind of getting a break from your hair. And when I mean a break from your hair, meaning like you don't have to manipulate it and do all that stuff to it. You kind of just putting on your scarf and doing what you want to do. Like you're not, it's just like easy breezy. And I'm just here to tell you, if your hair is already lacking, putting in braids and crochets and weaves and sew-ins and box braids, and Jamila made this, and I'm still in for, I can't even say quote credit for it because she said it becomes a destructive style, not a protective style. And that's what we have to be educated on. Everything is not a protective style if your hair is already damaged. It's a destructive style. So we have to make sure that our hair is where it needs to be before going these quote-unquote protective styles, because you're damaging it even more. And truth be told, I'm telling you, I don't really put any of the synthetic hair in my head anymore. Other people do, and I don't knock them. You know, everybody, you know, is entitled to do what they want to do. I have a live stream talking about like the truth behind this synthetic hair and all that kind of stuff, and that's just me. But some of y'all don't care, and that's fine, because y'all gonna do what y'all want to do. It's y'all hair. But also too, this synthetic hair can be very drying and damaging to the hair. So if you go slap in like these braids and weaves and all this synthetic hair and stuff, and you're not educated on how to take care of your hair, and your hair is already dry and wore out the frame, just imagine putting this synthetic stuff on top of your head thinking, oh, it's a protective style. No, you're damaging it even more. It's drying your hair out even more. All them plastics and harmful chemicals, it's just making it worse. Making it worse. So again, I mean, if you're going to do these styles, again, I'm not knocking it, but if you want to do wigs and you want to do braids, these box braids with the fake hair, get educated and get your hair healthy before you start slapping somebody else's hair in your head. Braids, long braids, yeah. And if the braids are done like too tight or whatever. And another thing is too, if you're not taking breaks in between your protective styles, because some people, I do not advocate for this, but y'all grown, y'all do what y'all want to do. Some people, they come out of protective style and they slapping something else in like literally like the next day. I don't recommend that. I don't recommend that. I do not recommend that. But y'all can do what y'all want to do. But I'm just saying, I don't recommend that. My rule of thumb, if you really want to do protective styles the right way, my rule of thumb is, especially when it comes to like attaching other people's hair to your head, however long you had that style in is however long you had that style out. So if you had that style in for 4 weeks, again, I'm talking about like if you had like braids with fake hair. I don't care if it's human hair or fake hair. However long you had them braids in, you need to wear your natural hair out that same amount of time. And that is really hard. I mean, that is really hard for a lot of people to hear. That is so hard for a lot of people here, because they're like, what am I about to do with my hair in between? And see, that's why I'm here on this channel, to show you natural styles you can do, show you how to take care of it. And I said this in my live stream the other day, you need to have you 1 or 2 go-to hairstyles for your in between when you taking a break on your styles. You do. Yeah, if you thank you, Acacia. She put the link for a consultation. So yeah, if you want to schedule a consultation with me, even if you're not here locally, you can always book a virtual consultation with me. Yeah, on my website we can do a virtual consultation. Okay, my daughter's hair got damaged in the hotel pool. That's common too. That's common, because remember, like, chlorine can be very harsh on the hair. So another thing is too, if you're going to be, I have a client, she's a swimmer. Like, she swims probably about I don't know, like 3 to 4 days out the week. It's a lot. So I was educating her on how to prep her hair before going to the swimming pool. So before you even going to the swimming pool, and for those who have kids who might take swimming lessons year round, maybe you're a swimmer year round, some things you have to really prep your hair before you go in the pool. So I always say, my rule of thumb is wet your hair first, like with, fresh water, out your house, like clean fresh water. Take your spray bottle, mist your hair first with good water with no chlorine in it, right? And then you can seal it with like an oil. This is the time. I really don't promote putting a whole lot of oil in your hair, but this is the time before you go in the chlorine pool. Mist it with water real good, or rinse it out in the shower, and put oil all over your hair. Take a little handful of oil and just rub it through your hair strands, and then go swimming or whatever. And then of course when you get out the pool, you do need to rinse it or re-shampoo it again. So yeah. Can a dry scalp and dry hair cause breakage? I have a problem with keeping my hair and scalp oiled. What is the best way to keep the scalp and hair moisturized? This is a really good question, plant-based. This is a really good question. I invite you to go on my website. I have a free resource on my website called Why Is My Hair Always Dry? Go on my website. You can get the ebook. It's for free. So if anybody is dealing with what Plant-Based Brother is dealing with, I am going to answer your question though. If anybody is dealing with what he's dealing with, go to my website and get my free ebook. Why Is My Hair Always Dry? So to answer your question, if you have dry scalp, first we're gonna go on the inside. I'm gonna go back to the inside. How is your water intake? How is your water intake? So that might mean to increase your water. So are you drinking the recommended amount of water that your doctor say you need? Some people say half of your body weight in ounces, but then your doctor might be like, you might not need that much, or you might need more. So make sure you're drinking the right amount of water, because the reason why our scalps and stuff be dry is sometimes it's coming from the inside. So we need to check our water intake. We also need to check our diet. So I see your name say plant-based brother, so I'm assuming that you plant-based, which is a good thing. But also check your diet, because I'm picking on myself plant-based. I ain't picking on you, but I was a fake vegan. I mean, I called myself plant-based at one time, but I had a lot of starches and still a lot of processed food. So make sure, even though you are plant-based, that you are getting nutrient-filled foods. Well, if you're plant-based, you shouldn't be eating no dairy. Well, mostly not no dairy. But I noticed like some people, if they had dry scalp, too much coffee, making sure you're not drinking too much coffee, that help the dry scalp. Not too much dairy. That helps. But also another thing that will help your dry scalp is shampooing a little bit more often. Now I know you said you go every 4 weeks and get your hair cornrowed. So have you thought about doing every 2 weeks to see if that increases? Increasing your shampoo probably will help your dry scalp and your dry hair. That's just the thing. Because if you just keep putting oil on your hair, it's not you're just putting a band-aid on it. So I always tell people, well, not always tell people, but if you're thirsty, what do? You're like, let's just say it's a hot day outside and you're really, really hot, and you just really need to cool your body off quick. Do you go get you a soda? Do you go get you a cup of oil? Or do you go get water? You go get water. I will hope you get water. Now, if you're drinking oil or soda, God bless you. We might have something going on with you, brother. I'm starting to get dark out here. But yeah. So the thing is, the key is, like, if you do have dry hair, yes, it will lead to breakage, because your hair is dry and is lacking that moisture it needs to keep it, from breaking off. So the best way to keep that scalp and hair moisturized is increasing your shampoos. And I know that's kind of hard to hear, but that's the end all be all. Because to me, not to me, but this is just scientific. When you just keep putting oil on your hair, oil is not really a moisturizer. Oil is like a sealant. So basically, like when you shampoo your hair and do all that, you putting all the moisture in your hair. But what you want to do is you want to seal it in with oil. It's not like I'm against oil in your hair, but it's being educated and knowing when to use it. So if it's been, let's just say it's been 2 weeks, and you start to notice after that 2-week mark, your hair get dry. So you start to put oil on it. Because you're like, oh no, I don't shampoo my hair until 4 weeks. So I'm going to just put some oil on it because now it's dry. And then it's week 3 and it's still dry. And you haven't shampooed it yet, and you put some more oil on it. I'm like, dang, my hair keep getting dry. Your scalp and your hair is telling you what it's need. It's saying like, look, bruh, look, playboy, you can put all the oil on me that you want. An oil is going to be a temporary shine, a temporary fix. But it's not until you take care of the root of the problem, which is shampooing your hair, that you're going to see that your hair is not as dry. But I go more into detail in my ebook. It's a quick, easy read. But yeah, go get the free ebook off my website. So hopefully that answer your question. Hopefully they answer your questions. And plant-based brother, I do have some products on my website to help with dry and itchy scalp, because I suffer from that too. I do have a eucalyptus refreshing spray that you can spray like in between your braids to keep them together. But again, even with that spray, you still had to increase your shampoos. So hopefully that answer. All right, thank y'all for coming on in this good old chat. Do we have any other questions? Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad to help. Do we have any other questions while we're up here? Yeah, any other questions while we're up here? So yeah, that's the key thing, y'all. You know, when you're doing all these things, when you are trimming, let me sip some of my little LaCroix. Send me a check. This LaCroix cran raspberry. Oh, God bless you, plant-based brother. God bless you. Thank you so much for that super chat. Look at you. Look at you. Yeah, go ahead and get that free ebook. And hopefully it was helpful. But yeah, and I like to see this. I like to see people up here getting the knowledge that they need. And you know what I'm saying, it's helping them out. So thank you for being in the chat today and getting that question answered. But going back to what I was saying is like, what was I saying? Yeah, when it comes to trimming your hair regularly, getting your multivitamins, getting your treatments, it will minimize your hair breaking. And you will start to tap into length retention, and you will start to see that growth. So that's why I said these are the major 3 things you need to be doing right now. Like, don't wait. Like, start doing it right now. Book your appointment right now to get your trim or to get your major haircut. Just rip off the Band-Aid. Because just imagine, if y'all go back and look at that lady video, my video, that's trending on my page right now. That's kind of going viral on my page right now. How I glue my kind hair in a year. What can you accomplish? And my client went from basically being bald to having a silk press in a year. Mind blowing. So all this stuff I'm telling you, I'm giving this information out for free, and I'm just going ahead and put it out there. Y'all better enjoy this free knowledge now. Y'all better enjoy this free game now, because once this page get monetized, a lot of this stuff is going behind the paywall. So, and I'm not close to being monetized. So, I mean, I'm going to still be up here giving free knowledge, but I'm just saying, a lot of this stuff, y'all take notes. Take notes. I'm just here to tell you, these are the things that I had my client doing, and she was consistent with it. So, if you're not bald, like how my client was, and you might have hair right here, hearing these tips over and over again can take you from going here to down your back. It's another client I have. She started off with me at the end of, I think it was 2023. I have it on my Instagram page. I'm going to show you her hair. She started off with a TWA. And then in the next year, her hair is past her shoulders. So, I got the social proof. Hold on, let me see if I can show you her hair. Let me see if I can show you on my page. Let me show y'all. So, let me see. Is it going to show? Dog, the video going so fast. Dang, the video going so fast. I want to show y'all. So do y'all see this client's hair? You see how long and luscious her hair is right here? It's past the shoulders. Definitely past the shoulders. So I'm about to show y'all how it looked. Can y'all see it? I'm going to show y'all how it looked a year ago. Look how short her hair was. I didn't even get when it was in the TWA. But you see how short that is right there? That was a year ago. Now look at it. Look at that hair. Her hair was not that long and flowy. Look at that. Bundles. Bundles. So I'm just here to tell you, do these 3 things. Do these 3 things. And that was another regular of my client. She was coming about every 2 weeks to once a month on the plan. I got my hair braided on December 23rd. I took them down last night. I have a gigantic 70s afro. I'm an avid runner. Oh, okay. 10K. Okay. Okay. I like running. I do not like running my afro. Now, that's understandable, Plant Braids brother. That's understandable. But it sounds like you got a good lifestyle right there on you. It sounds like you got a good lifestyle right there on you. And now this kind of makes sense with your dry hair and dry scalp, too. If you're running a lot, do you sweat a lot in your hair, in your head? Because I just had a guy who came today, and we did 2-strand twists on his hair, and his mom was asking me about his hair, about, you know, was it dry? And he's big into sports. He plays football and he plays basketball. And I was telling him, like, sometimes that sweat, it dries your hair out. It will dry your hair out. So sometimes, like, especially if you're really big into sports, sometimes you have to might rinse it a little bit more to get that sweat off. Or another tip, since you are like very active or whatever, you could you need to get something to wear on your head to keep it dry. Now I know this kind of sound counteractive, but when you're sweating and stuff like that, and I see people make this yep, you sweat a lot. I figure you did. I see people make this mistake all the time at the gym. And see, the hairstylists and me be wanting to go up and tell them, like, but they ain't asked for your opinion. They ain't asked for your opinion. I be wanting to go up to the people in the gym, like, you know, you're not supposed to be wearing it, right? But I see, especially females do this. I don't see too many dudes do this. Sometimes I see dudes in there with do-rags. But guys, fellas, even our women, do not wear satin and silk to the gym. I know that sounds controversial, but do not wear a satin do-rag. Do not wear a satin bonnet. Do not wear a satin scarf. Now, I'm not just saying that just to be funny about not, like just trying to be funny about the appearance, but I'm talking as far as your hair. I mean, you shouldn't be wearing it anyway. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but you know what I'm saying. But satin and silk, it locks in moisture. So the reason why we as hairstylists, so you hear people say, oh, wear satin and silk to bed so it won't dry your hair. Yes, correct. Because when you go to sleep, you don't want to be laying on a cotton pillowcase, because cotton supposed to keep things dry. And so if you are already prone to having dry scalp and dry hair, if you go to sleep for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours on a cotton pillowcase and your head just rubbing against that cotton, it's absorbing and taking out all the oils and all the moisture in your hair. So that's why we say when you go to bed, you wear satin or silk to keep that moisture in. Now, let's go back to us working out. When you are working out and you in the gym and you sweating a lot, and you're putting satin bonnets and satin scarf and silk, satin, silk, same thing, just different little terminology. You are trapping all that sweat in. Ew. Nasty, right? And then what's even more nasty, I'm about to tell on some of y'all, but you don't have to raise your hand, because some of the same bonnets y'all work out in, y'all turn around and go to bed in. That's like you washing your butt and pulling the same dirty drawers, same musky drawers, same musky boxers. Nasty. So when you go to the gym, so you might ask, okay, Lisa, well, what should I put on my hair when I'm going to the gym to preserve my style? You want to get something like a dry fit. I think I got one in my Amazon store. You want to get something like cotton based, because you want to keep that thing light and breathable, if you know what I mean. Keep it breathable down there. Now y'all know what I'm saying though. But no, you want it to be breathable. So you actually when you working out, you want your head to stay dry. So I got some of my Amazon link. You got like something like dry fit. I know Nike got something like dry fit. Or you can use you like a cotton bandana, or wear you like a hat. You can wear you like a hat or something. So, I'm gonna keep on yapping. I'm gonna keep on yapping. So thank you for being up in my comments and running my watch hours up. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah, one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna yap, because guess what? YouTube will send me a check for yapping. So I'm gonna keep on yapping. So thank you for that comment, and thank you for blocking. But yeah, so you want to so when you're working out, you do want to wear something that's light and breathable. Yeah, you want to wear something that's light or breathable. Hide user. So what you're not gonna do, now you can tell me to stop yapping from the block house. From the block department. But anyway, so yeah, you want to keep your scalp dry. Okay? So that's the thing. So when you work out, wear a dry fit, wear you a cotton bandana, a hat or something that's going to absorb all that sweat and keep it pretty much dry. And what I encourage my clients to do is, after they do that, after you come from the gym and your body done cool down, you're not sweating no more, take off the cotton thing. Yeah, get the lesson. You're going to get that lesson from that block building. You can't even get in the club, cuz. We are the block ministry over here, okay? But yeah, so when you get back from the gym or whatever, I got to get ready to go in a little bit. But when you get ready, and when you leave the gym or whatever, you can spray that refreshing spray. Do I have some here in the car? I want to show you what I'm talking about, but no, I don't. But I do got my phone. This gonna come in a lesson too. So yeah, when you get done from the gym or whatever, you can take that eucalyptus mint refreshing spray, and you can refresh your scalp, especially for you plant-based brothers. Since you put your business out there and you say you got dry scalp, so we're gonna just use you as an example. There's no plant-based brother. This is for the uplift of the kingdom. We ain't picking on you, but we use you as an example. But yeah, you spray that on your scalp, plant-based brother, or anybody. You spray that. That's gonna refresh your scalp, give it back some of those it's gonna stimulate the scalp. This is gonna wake up some of those natural oils that you already produce. So you can spray that, and the spray is also like an antibacterial. A lot of people don't know that. So it's good for getting rid of all those little nasty smells, and it's antifungal and stuff like that. So it's really good for people who work out, who sweat a lot, who want to keep their scalp refreshed in the meantime. And it's also good for people who want to it'll aid in your hair growth as well. It'll aid in your hair growth because it stimulates the scalp, and then definitely help with the dry scalp. So okay, somebody from India in the building. Okay, what's up, India? But yeah, so it definitely aid in that. And so they'll help keep your scalp refreshed until you shampoo it. But again, you can use the spray to refresh. But again, I'm going to go back to, you still have to increase your shampoos. You still have to increase it. So I would challenge you. So for anybody who's watching this, if you only shampoo your hair, and I'm going to go to the extreme, because I have seen some things on the TikTok. I've seen some people say, oh, I only shampoo my hair once every 6 months, which is diabolical for me to hear. If you do not, I'm going to say this. If you do not have a mental condition, because I want to be sensitive to the people who might have a mental condition. And you know what I mean by a mental condition. Like, you have been diagnosed by a health care professional that you have something mentally going on. If you have not been diagnosed that something's mentally going on, and let's just say, and you're not homeless, and you're an able body, your arms are working, your legs are working, you're pretty much in the right mind, and you just being lazy, come here. Wash your hair. Wash your hair. If ain't nothing wrong with you, You ain't got nothing mentally going on. You ain't homeless. You got working water. You need to be washing your hair. So, whatever shampoo regimen you on now, increase it. I know it seems like a lot, but it's going to change your life. Should I shampoo my hair with the braids in? Yes. Yes. Plant-based, you definitely can do that. You definitely can shampoo with the braids in. You don't have to take them out. So I did a live stream on it's an old live stream, but if you just curious, you could go on my page and well, you could go on YouTube and say how to shampoo with braids, Lisa Smilez. I got a live stream on that. I had like some long box braids and I washed my hair with my braids in. It's the same pretty much concept. What you could do is you could wet your hair in the shower, plant-based, and get you like an applicator bottle and fill 1 part of shampoo, well, maybe 1 part shampoo and the rest of water, shake it up, and go through with the applicator bottle throughout your scalp, plant-based, and put the shampoo and the water mixture like that, kind of like rub it through, rinse it out. And then after you do that, after you get out the shower or whatever, you can use this foam. This is my styling foam. And you put the foam on your hair, the slit down your flyaways, and tie down the do-rag and sit up on the hooded dryer and get it dry. And there you go. Get to shampoo your braids. Sometimes it will make it a little bit frizzier, but that's why I recommend doing like a foam. They'll slick it back down. But you definitely can. I encourage people. And that's why I go back to, like, yes, people get lazy when they are having braids in, but that don't mean you don't shampoo your hair. You still can shampoo your hair with the braids in. So thank you for asking that question. Really good question. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you for joining the chat. I never wash my hair when it's braided. Yes, that's a game changer. That is a game changer. Yes, you definitely can wash your hair with braids in it. It should not be a reason why you shouldn't take care of your hair. And that's the thing, is like I was telling people, like, sometimes people get lazy when they put braids in. They just think, oh, I don't have to do nothing to my hair. No, it will make it easier to shampoo, because you're not having to do all the like detangling, but you most certainly can still shampoo your hair with cornrows and with braids in. Would it be a little bit more frizzy afterwards? Yes, it will be a little bit, but there's things you can do to calm the frizz down. So if you go and find that video, you will see what I did. And I feel like it's 2 videos up there. It might be another video. I know it was one video where I had braids in, and there was another video where I had cornrows in. But yeah, you definitely can. And to me, honestly, because my head was itching so bad, but when I washed my hair with them braids in, I don't know, I kind of felt like I had like a whole new style all over again. To me, it kind of refreshed my style, and it didn't look as frizzy as I thought it had looked, to be honest with you. It really didn't, so that definitely helped. So anyway, this was a good live stream. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you want to further support the channel, you always can sign up to be in my membership. I am about to start doing some member-only lives where we just talk more about personal life, get more in depth with these hair routines or whatever. And then eventually, some of these live streams will be archived into the membership. So if you do want to start getting these, juicy, because I give too much game. Too much game. So if you want to start getting, eventually, I haven't decided yet, but eventually these lives will be archiving to the membership. So yeah, thank y'all so much for joining. Thank you, Acacia, for being a moderator in the chat. Thank you, Plant-Based Brother, for the super chat and for getting prayer and get your Plant-Based Brother said, I'm about to get my question in. Plant-Based said, this was to get the right information. I'm about to get my question in. I ain't mad at you. I am not mad at you. Get your questions in. This is what I love. This is what gives me, like, this is why I keep coming live, because it be people like this that come on the live who just don't know this information, and you can see how passionate, how excited I get about, the live stream, because the live stream was about something else, but then we started talking about something else. But I just love getting up here serving y'all. So yeah, I love getting here and cutting up with you. But yeah, so you got to catch me live when get that good old question in. Okay? So anyway, thank y'all so much. And again, shouts out to all the members that's in my Smile Tribe membership. If you want to join, it's only $2.99 a month. And I'll be doing, and also the members, I'm going to put something in the poll for y'all probably later on of some more exclusive content. But yeah, if you want to get more of these, join the membership. But if $2.99 is not in your budget each month, I understand. You can subscribe to the channel for free. I'm still going to get back and do free game. So you can subscribe to the channel for free. You can like it. You can share it. And last but not least, let's give a shout out to all the spammers who got on my live stream, who gave me nasty comments. I want to thank y'all because guess what? Y'all driving the watch hours up and YouTube about to send me a check while you sitting behind the screen looking musty and stank and not making no money. So thank y'all so much for watching this live stream. I'll see you on another one. Bye.